Did you tell him? Did you tell him that you would text him? Did you agree to that? When did you agree to do it? Okay, so we got one person. You're expecting to do it in the moment, and then he's expecting you to at some point that night, correct? Now, why did you not do that? What is our problem? Did you think about it and say, I ain't texting him? Fuck him. Did you say that? Or were you just not aware? Did you forget? Huh? Okay. So what you've got to work on is your capacity. Like one person might be able to come in here and do one thing at a time, but when you get really, really good, you can expand out. For some reason, I know why. She didn't go to a private school where they did everything. Did you have somebody carrying your books for you to class? What was it like in private school? Now, I know early in life you weren't fortunate enough. You're in a public middle school, correct?
Yeah, it was tough.
What was you probably went to public school, didn't you?
I did. In Antioch, right?
Did you?
Well, from elementary and middle school in Antioch.
Oh.
And then I did middle school and high school here.
You had a father and you went to public school? Dude.
Bro.
What?
Rough.
You did
Yeah.
Where did you go to school? Tell me your
in-
schools.
In Antioch, I went to Mount View for elementary and Third
Yeah.
and Marshall for a little bit for middle school.
Then where'd you go to high school?
Blackman.
Blackman. Okay, y'all got rich and moved to Murfreesboro, huh?
Oh yeah.
I
Living
gotcha.
with Grandma.
But why is she more responsible than you? See, we're talking about traits right here.
More organized.
Maybe. Good morning, Jason Gully. Thank y'all for getting on here. Welcome to the Morning Grind, Monday through Friday, 8:30, 8:29. We start the show. Talk about life, business, entertainment, edutainment. We're fun. We laugh. We make fun of people. Today we're making fun of Josh Letzler. Dude forgot to call and reach in with Weatherman. Okay, see, here's the problem. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Whenever you risk not remembering to reach out to him, there could be a potential lead out there that you forgot, or somebody you needed to, and you forgot to do that. That's why you need to train yourself to work to the more. How can I do more? It's a very common problem. We see it. Like Josh, that dude, how bad was he, Weatherman?
Do what?
When he first started, how bad was Josh?
Horrible.
Josh was so bad early on, I had to move him around from this job to that job, and we're like, shit, maybe he can do this. Do you remember all those jobs? And Joey Richardson was the guy that kept saying, man, he's going to be a good salesperson.
My best friend.
But he
He's
always had a smile on his face. Even though
He had a great attitude.
Yeah.
His attitude was unbelievable.
Only one that believed.
Good morning. My wife is on here. Good morning, GM, with those big things in her eyes. What are you thankful for today, Josh?
Last night, me and my family went to go watch one of my sister's friends perform.
Did you drink alcohol around your family?
Yeah.
Did they say anything? Josh, put that. What were you drinking?
A Coors Light.
How many?
3.
Oh. What are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful for, no,
You're always deep there.
I'm thankful for, yesterday, or 2 days ago, setting my first.
You're living on yesterdays.
2 days ago.
Golly, still thankful for that. All right, we'll move on with the show. Van, how did I word this? What are you aligned with? You know, me and Weatherman have talked a lot about this topic over the years. Like, people, let's describe a person. Let's describe a person's character traits. Let's talk about, let's make up somebody. Who's somebody you think about?
Funny.
Funny?
Make up somebody.
All
Funny.
right. All right. Well, let's just
Tell me, give you traits.
let's just describe somebody's traits. Let's not name a person. Let's give traits. Let's build this person. A funny guy or girl. Loyal.
Good looking.
Good looking. That's not really a trait, is it? That's a physical trait.
Oh.
Trustworthy.
Trustworthy. Reliable. Knowledgeable. Honest. Disciplined. Now let's describe Ed. Let's describe Edward. Let's describe you. No, I'm not saying just because those things you're the opposite. I'm just saying.
I'd say Ed's smart.
Ed is smart.
Unique.
Aggravating.
Hey.
But I mean, he's doing his job.
No, Ed is smart. He is creative. He's not the most disciplined. He's working on it. He can be funny. He does love attention.
Insecure.
He is insecure. Hey, we're all insecure, though, but Ed's just more outspoken about his insecurity than I can trick you into thinking I'm not insecure about something. Do you know how you do that? You just don't say nothing. Don't say anything. Hello, Hayden.
But hey, dependable is here.
He has. I was worried today it could be the day. Now, here's why I'm bringing this up. Edward, when you were living a very undisciplined life, how would you fit in with a very disciplined person? Would you like to hang out with that person if they were very disciplined?
Not really.
You wouldn't. But he or she like to hang out with you. See, we are lined with people, okay? And the people that you're lined with, it does not discriminate. So like who you're rolling with, whoever is in your crew, there's probably a lot of alignment. Here's the problem. Here's the bad thing about that. That aligned group that I'm talking about becomes very powerful. And the group is going to continue to move the direction it's flowing in. So you cannot be an outlier in your group and move the group to a different direction. So if I'm sitting here and I'm hanging out with a bunch of lazy ass people and I'm not lazy and I'm trying to get them to not be lazy and to be more productive, how's that going to work for me? Well, is that an answer, Josh? You're shaking your head.
That means no.
Well, say it because people can't see you over there.
No.
So have you ever been around people that you weren't aligned with? Here's what it looks like, especially in a relationship, like with,
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Mike Doyle, your vibe attracts your tribe. What's up, buddy? How are you? That's exactly right. This is like if you're ever in a relationship and you two are not aligned properly, if you don't share the same beliefs, there's probably going to be a lot of conflict. There's going to be a lot of disagreement. There's going to be a lot of unhappiness, and there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. Because there's going to be finger pointing because you're pointing your finger because you're not really taking the proper responsibility. If you're taking the right responsibility, you would learn to get away from that person. If you're staying in there and you're still bitching and pointing the finger at them, whose fault is it?
Yours.
Are you? So my question is, are you going in the direction you want to go? First off, are you personally headed in your direction that you want?
So would hanging out at level 3 be a good direction to hang out? Or Gentleman Gyms?
No.
Be a lot of fun.
What would be another place to hang out that you could do the same thing but have a
The
different
gym.
thing?
The gym.
No, a bar. Like
Bonefish.
the one that over by that y'all like now, the new one over by the club. Taylor used to work at.
Oh yeah, Station's Grill. I like that place.
Why would Station Grill be a good place to go and have a drink too?
I'll tell you why, because the people are
I
different.
was about to say,
How many people, no offense, hey, I used to be the bar guy now. I was a good bar guy. Okay. Most of the people that are in there, what are they thinking about? They're in the bar because they're trying to get away from the way they think and the way they feel. They're not happy. Like one time, Brad Lee was over at my house. Do you know Brad Lee? Do you know who he is? Well, it's football Saturday, and he's sitting out. He came over. He was sitting a cigar because he is in town. And I poured me a drink, and he's like, dude, what's bothering you? Why are you drinking? Well, why would I want to drink something right there on a Saturday, sunny fall day?
Makes sense.
It does make sense to me.
something
Trying
about
to get your head off.
There's something I'm trying to get away from. I'm trying to escape something because just sitting there on a perfect, pretty day wasn't enough. There's something you're moving away. So like whenever I was younger, I had these friends. I mean, we really liked to party. I could make sense of hanging out with them because we were aligned. Thursday, Friday, Saturday was party nights. Sometimes Wednesday and Tuesday. I don't know. I mean, there's times where I'd go out like 14 nights in a row. 14 nights. Where was I aligned?
impressive.
That is impressive. I remember a lot of those hungover mornings coming in to work for Kenny Jones. I remember one day I just came in. I mean, I had hardly any sleep, and I just had my head under the faucet, just puking my guts up and pouring water on my head. Guess who I was hanging out with?
Those same dudes.
The same dudes, except those dudes were probably still in bed. I always knew, now look, this ain't for me forever. I always knew that. But it was very hard for me to move out of that alignment and create the life that I love. It was very hard for me. Very hard, because I am very loyal. And there was a lot of me that thought, you know what, we can do this together. It don't work like that. I mean, it does not work like that, because most people have this vision of what they want in their life. And they're fighting for whatever that vision is. I'm not saying it's the good vision. It could be a bad vision. Somebody that wants to get drunk every single day, get messed up, go out and chase women or whatever, that's their vision. And if you try to change them from doing that, good morning, Amanda. If you try to change people from doing that, what happens? There's probably a little disconnection. There's probably a rift. There's probably an argument. There's probably something going on that tells you you're not in the proper alignment. So here's indicators that you're running with the wrong people, man. If your life's hard. See, there's a lot of spiritual agreements that I think we have. One of the main reason why I moved while we're picking up our house and building another one, it's a very miserable process. But the reason why I'm doing this is I strategically wanted to be around certain kind of people. Whenever we go to Florida, I'm intentionally going to go to a spot to where I can be around a certain kind of person. I didn't understand that. Most of my life, I just didn't even think about it. I didn't think that mattered. I didn't think it had any control over who I was going to become. But whoever you're around, sooner or later, you become those people, if you're not already those people. So whatever your weekends look like, whoever's over at your house or wherever you're going, you are probably very, very equal to them. The only person I've ever seen that this didn't work on was Scott Nagy. Somehow that guy, he was so much smarter than everybody else. He could hang around whoever he wanted to. Mike Dole, you often desire to change your chemical state in an attempt to change your emotional state. Yes, both consciously and subconsciously. Sammy Gordon, you can't want it more for someone than they want it for themselves. That's exactly right, man. You can sit there and say, I want you to become this person. But what if they don't want to become that person? Or what if they don't want it bad enough? So the best thing you can do is remove yourself and do a little accountability. Do some accounting of your friends. Are they going the direction you want? Do they have the character that you want? Do y'all share the same beliefs? You need to look at your friends, because the friends will tell you who you really are. Shut us down, Vingrafton.